Hey everybody, welcome to RotterdTube Reef. I'm going to show you Leia first. She's 12 weeks old. Come here, baby. Good girl. Look at this big girl. 3 weeks ago, she stood like that tall. Now she's much bigger. Hey, sweetie. That's a good girl. Look at these big paws. Look at these big paws. And they're only going to get bigger. That's a big girl. That's a good baby. She's doing really well training. Of course, she's going nuts trying to get to Daddy. Yes, Daddy's going to film no really quick, okay? Okay? Good baby? That's a good girl. Good looking baby. Hi, sweetie. Hello, baby. Okay, give me a few minutes. And Jack. Hi, boy. That's the good boy. Unfortunately, you guys, this last week, such bad news. Jack is blind now, completely because of the diabetes. Come here, boy, I'll take you down. It really, it kills me to see him like this. Come here, baby. All right, you stay up there. So, he bumps into walls. He'll sit in front of the TV, crying. He'll sit right in front of a wall crying. He doesn't know where he is. Yeah, I took him to the vet. Surgery is like $3,000 to $4,000 per eye. I can't afford that. Anyway. So, let's get on with this. So this is going to be like a, what's going on with the tank. I'm going to do a really nice video for you guys, maybe in 4K of the tank, but it's doing really well. I just turned the light on, so everything's coming to life. I haven't been spending as much time with the tank as what I'd want to spend. I've been spending most of my time with Leia, but the corals are waking up. Fish are doing really well. I have not tested my nitrates. Everyone's doing good. Let's start out with the salt. I switched over to Red Sea salt a few weeks ago, and I love it. I mean, you know, in the end, I think salt is going to be salt. But I used Instant Ocean. I tried Instant Ocean Reef crystals. It did absolutely nothing. Very little trace elements added. So Red Sea, I haven't tested anything, but the water to me is got less of a yellow tinge to it, and it mixes really well. I like that I can do water changes within a few hours of adding salt to the water because it mixes and dissolves quickly. And there's no weird residue either. There's no slimy coat in my 15-gallon barrel that I mix water in, so I like it. This tank, it looks more bluish than it actually is because of this iPhone. I'm just using an iPhone now. So I'm going to stick with the Red Sea salt. I love it. It's a little more pricey, but I really like it. What else did I want to tell you guys? There's a few things I wanted to tell you guys. Oh yeah. The bio pellets, they're still churning really well. And what I'm doing is, whether it works or not, I'm not sure, but for those of you who don't know, check out my other videos. Look at the bio pellet reactor. I'll have a link at the end of this video to that video on what bio pellets do. And long story short, they feed the anaerobic bacteria in your tank. That's a fancy way of saying that anaerobic bacteria gets rid of the nitrates in your tank, which are bad. Nitrates, when they're higher, you're also going to see algae growth on your glass, the green algae. That's not good, and it leads to other issues. So I used to dose sugar. Sugar is a carbon source. It's called carbon dosing. People have used alcohol that you drink, you know, same stuff, and white vinegar. Sugar works best for me. The only thing I don't like with dosing the sugar, I don't know if this is the case with alcohol or white vinegar, but there's that mulm. It looks like spider webbing. It's really thick as well. And it gets in your overflows, it gets all over your tank, on your rocks. It's the residue from sugar dosing. So I dose 1 teaspoon for every 60 gallons. I keep saying that because people keep asking. So if I say it enough times in many videos, I'm sure a lot of people will see it. So just to put biopellets in your biopellet reactor is not enough. You got to feed your tank so the bacteria grows so they can actually feed on this stuff. So what I'm doing, whether it works or not, I have not found the Zeo Start stuff to be, you know, that good, but whatever. So I'm dosing 1 milliliter. I took a syringe from one of my Red Sea Reef kits because one thing I don't like about the Zeo stuff, and Bulk Reef Supply agrees, there's no instructions on here. It'd be nice if they could tell you how many milliliters is in a cap. Maybe you could use the cap for dosing, but I just took one of these from my Red Sea test kit. I'm no longer using my Red Sea test kit, and I just fill it up all the way, which is 1 mil, and I dose that right in my tank every day, which is what it says. And I'm also dosing just 1 teaspoon of sugar per day to get the anaerobic bacteria going, so it'll feed this. The sugar will feed them, but to culture them and really bring a good population to life, they say you want to use the Zeo Start 3, and it's a phosphate nitrate reducer. It starts the metabolism for the ZeoVit system. I don't have the ZeoVit system because the ZeoVit system is like 3 more bottles. There's a Zeo Start, there's a Zeo Back. Zeo Back is really expensive, and it's biological liquid, for lack of better ways to put it, in your tank, and it starts the system biologically. My system is already started. I've had this tank for 1.5 years, so it's totally fine. But I figured putting more won't hurt anything. What else am I doing? This stuff is really great. It's Lugol's, if I'm saying that right, solution. It's for use by advanced reef aquarium hobbyists. Hey, that's us. This is dosing iodine, and I dose 5 drops twice a week. You know, I'm not testing for iodine. You should, but it's not hurting anything. Iodine is needed by corals and inverts. All right, I've seen my corals perk up a bit by using this, but you don't need this. They say you do, but I've not, you know, seen any real benefit, but I still dose it, and it lasts forever. There's a bottle in here filled with liquid. You do not have to refrigerate it. So there's that. There's that. I took my rotor tube out so you guys can see. All I'm doing is I've got, turn on a light. I've got the egg crate with some foam on top. I have egg crate with foam on top that the stuff filters through, and that's my filtration. Of course, protein skimmer. It's skimming really well. It's getting all the crap out of the water. And here's that MIME. See, like that spider webbing? That's some of the stuff that I didn't get. It gets all in your tank, on your rocks. That's from sugar dosing. What else can I tell you guys? Yeah, there's a new website, steverotter.com. Rotortube.com is going away in a month. Rotter Studios is going away. Rotter Photography is going away. I'm going to have all my passions, photography, video production, reef aquarium stuff, blogs, write-ups, on everything I'm into on steverotter.com. Please check it out and subscribe to that blog. All you have to do is, you know, click on follow this blog, and you'll be alerted through email every time I write a new post. If you're interested in the tech stuff I'm writing, or the reef aquarium, or the photography stuff, awesome. I have links to all my other YouTube channels as well. And I think that's all I wanted to share with you. I'm kind of thinking about using my 40-gallon aquarium downstairs as a quarantine. I have never used it as a quarantine because these guys have been totally healthy. No ick in my aquarium at all because I've done all the procedures. Everything's mint. I don't put anything in here without quarantining it for at least a month. That includes coral, everything. 6 weeks preferable. There's no ick in this tank, and there will not be. People say that it's related to stress. That's bull, because stress doesn't bring on parasites. Sorry. Stress will not magically make parasites appear. Doesn't happen. If there's no parasites in your tank, you will not have a problem. This tank is really looking good. I mean, I'm gonna have to do a nice 4K video for you guys, or at least 1080. It's crystal clear. You can't tell by this iPhone video, but man, I'm not even gonna try it, but it's really nice. I'm really happy with it. So, thanks for watching. There's the news. That's what's going on. I really like the Red Sea. I'm hoping that this biopellet reactor kicks in. If it doesn't, I'll just do sugar dosing, but I really don't want to deal with that mulm. I'm not sure if the biopellet reactor, biopellets are going to create mulm as well. I don't think they will. That's another reason for setting up the biopellet reactor again, to test that out. I'll do testing and post water parameters sometime soon. I'm thinking about fragging this Duncan because it's got way too many heads, and you know, I've not fragged one before, so it's going to be a hassle because it looks like a pom-pom. You guys have any suggestions on how to frag that? Maybe Danny from Coral Lust can chime in, or I'll send you a message on that. I would like to place that somewhere else. The star polyps are really, really looking nice. Looks like grass flowing. Love those guys. Everyone's still waking up. I've got my MP40 set really low, as you can see. It's only set to like 4th power out of like, what, 15? That would be the 4th light. You can dial it up, and I've only got it set there, so it's like low flow in my tank. I've got very low flow in my tank. Only one MP40. And I've got one high door that needs to be cleaned. I got a little bit of algae on it. And that's hitting the glass, bouncing off, and it's creating this gentle flow on the corals. And this star polyp, man, I'll tell you what, this was my original frag. It's buried in there somewhere. That original frag was moved to this rock, and all of that grew within 6 months from nothing. And then this was not doing well at all, and it was a tiny little frag that I bought when I first started in the aquarium, the saltwater hobby, and it finally is spreading like really well on this rock. It was like 1 inch by 1 inch, and now it's like covering the whole top of that rock, like 6 inches by 6 inches. And I think it's because of these T5 lights that I installed. I love them. Also, the water parameters have been better. Plus, I have to say, 3 weeks ago I started the Red Sea, so weekly water change. Red Sea salt, maybe it's coincidence, I don't know, but that spread all over the top of that rock in the last 4 weeks. It wasn't like that before I started Red Sea. I don't know, I'm just saying. So that'll spread across all the rock. I don't want it to go on all my rocks, like I don't want it to go on this. That might look kind of cool, but there's Kermit, my lawnmower Blenny. He lives in that rock, so I don't want to bombard his rock with star polyps. But it would look cool if it was covered with star polyps. Hey, Kermit. I love that guy. I love all the guys. So anyway, that's it. I still have not put the screen mesh on top. I'm still using egg crate. I know this is a diffuser, a light diffuser, so when I remove this, I'm going to get even more light in the aquarium. I've been busy, I've been lazy. I've got to cut it to size and wire the netting through the frames that I got from Bulk Reef Supply. I've just not a project I want to tackle right now. But everything else is doing well. So I'm thinking about setting up that 40-gallon aquarium. It's not going to be reef ready, meaning there's not going to be holes in the bottom of it. It's just going to be like a standalone, and I'm going to put like one of these Airstone foam filters in it with one little power head. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be simple. And I'm thinking, I don't want to have 2 aquariums. That's the thing. The main reason I'm doing it is to show the steps of how to set up an aquarium from beginning to end. And if you guys can give me suggestions on what fish you'd like to see in it, let me know. Remember, it can't be too big of a fish because it's a 40-gallon aquarium. It's going to be a simple LED light on the top with simple water flow, maybe 1 or 2 rocks in it, sand bed. No coral will be in it. No coral. And the reason for that is if a fish gets ick, I can still use it as a quarantine tank. I can still dose it with copper, because copper kills inverts, you know, shrimp and crabs and all that, and it also kills your coral. So if I don't have inverts and rock in it, I mean inverts and corals in it, I can still dose copper, cupramine by cecum, however you want to say it. So that's my plan, and then also it'll show you guys how to set up a saltwater aquarium tank. I like that idea, but I don't know where I want to put the 40-gallon, and I really don't want to deal with 2. I'll see if I can find a location for it. I'll do it. So that's the deal. That's the plan. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and give the video a like if you dig it. Give the video a like if you dig it. My hammer coral isn't doing too well. Where is it? There it is. That's all that's left. It used to... Oh, who's peeking out? Mandy. Actually, it's a boy, so... Mandarin is peeking out. He's doing really good. There he comes. A little dark. I've had him for maybe a year now. So there's enough food source in here for him, obviously. But the hammer filled this whole thing, and that's all that's left. I think it's from the nitrates. I don't know. Hammers don't do that well in my aquarium. Everything else does. Star polyps, frog spawn, you know, Duncans. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. And I really appreciate you guys. I'm thinking about doing the live radio show again, stripped down. And that's it. Thinking about doing it again. Maybe not every Friday night, but I'd like to hang out with you guys. Maybe we do it bi-weekly. So keep an eye on your email boxes. Keep an eye on the channel. Click subscribe. And make sure next to the bell, you click on the bell where it says subscribed. And you check the box that says alert me of notifications. That way when we do a radio show or I post a new video, you are alerted through email so you can jump in on the chat session. We can all hang out together. Maybe we'll do that this coming Friday. We'll start one, okay? So keep an eye out for that. Happy reefing. I do watch a lot of your channels. I may not comment, but I am watching you guys. Take care, and I'll see you next Saturday.